At 12:11 p.m. this afternoon, McKeesport officers were dispatched to a domestic-related disturbance in the 1400 block of Wilson Street. The subject involved in the disturbance was in mental health crisis. The officers attempted to speak with the subject, and he walked away without speaking with officers. A family member warned the officers that the subject may be armed with a firearm. The subject continued to walk away Wilson Avenue up to Grandview Avenue. In front of 1300 Grandview Avenue, the two McKeesport officers encountered the suspect. The suspect suddenly produced a handgun and shot the two McKeesport officers. Tragically, one of the McKeesport officers was fatally wounded. He was transported to UPMC McKeesport Hospital, but they were unable to save his life. The second officer was critically wounded and flown by helicopter to a Pittsburgh area trauma center. That officer is now in stable condition. The subject continued around the corner to the intersection of Versailles Avenue and Patterson Avenue, where he encountered a third McKeesport officer. He again produced the firearm and fired at that officer. There was an exchange of gunfire, and the subject was wounded. The subject was also transported to Pittsburgh area trauma center. Our investigation right now is ongoing. We're still in the preliminary stages, and that's all we have to release at this time.
Can you say anything about the suspect, just his injuries, and is he known to law enforcement, sir?
The suspect is known to the McKeesport police. They have dealt with him on past occasions.
Anything about his condition that you can add?
He's also in stable condition at this time. Right now we're preparing the charges.
Can we talk to the McKeesport police chief if possible?
That's up to them if they wish to speak.
I don't have any comments right now due to the ongoing investigation. I appreciate everybody coming on.
Both your officers, though, and how long have they been? Can you talk about how long?
I don't want to get any details right now. It's just I want to make sure the family's notified and everything like that before. I don't have much to say right now.
Yeah, they're still in the process of making notification of family members.
We're told you guys are coordinating a procession from the hospital. Can you give any details if anyone wants to come out?
When the medical examiner's office arrives at McKeesport Hospital, then they are going to have the officer transported to the ME's office with an escort by other officers, yes.
Mr. Mayor, we saw your Facebook post. Is there anything you want to say to this community who just getting a lot of messages are hurting right now? This is the second police officer who has been shot to death in the line of duty.
All I could say is just please keep the family in your prayers, our police officers, and just prayers for the whole city. At this time, it's a very trying time. But I don't want to go into details of anything, but that's all I have at this time.
And what do you say to residents now who are scared? I spoke to residents who say that this happens all too often, shootings in their area. What do you say to them now?
I'm not getting into all that right now. We'll continue to do everything we can, utilize the resources around us, collaborate with other law enforcement agencies, and continue to do what we can to make McKeesport a better place to live and a safe place. And we'll continue to do that moving forward. But to the neighbors and to the residents, just pray for our city, and we'll get through this.
Are you getting cooperation from people in the area? I mean, obviously cameras, things like that.
Yeah, so what I would like to say, we want to thank all the residents of McKeesport who've already given us a lot of information, a lot of vital information, and we ask that if you do have any further information to call our tip line, 1-833 all tips, the Allegheny County Police. But we did receive a significant amount of information from the community and from local businesses.
Is there anything you can say about that domestic call, or at this point, just what, I understand it was a mother and a son, reportedly. I mean, what can you shed any more light on that?
It's premature to discuss any of that right now. It's too early in the investigation.
Yes, our detectives are still actively investigating this matter. We'll have further information to release later.
Are you bringing any other municipalities in to help with coverage? Obviously, the McKeesport Police Department is grieving right now, just to make sure.
Right now, the Sheriff's Office is providing coverage for the calls, and I'm sure other arrangements will be made in the shifts to come.
And can you clarify, so where was the officer shot, and then the suspect left the house, or can you clarify?
The suspect walked away from his home in the 1400 block of Wilson Street. The officers encountered him in front of 1300 Versailles Avenue. That's where the shooting occurred, where the 2 officers were shot and wounded. One officer was wounded fatally there. He then continued on foot around the corner to the intersection of Versailles and Patterson, where he encountered a 3rd McKeesport officer. And he had exchanged a gunfire with that officer, and that's where the subject was wounded.
And can you reiterate all 3 officers are from McKeesport?
All 3 officers involved in this incident are from the city of McKeesport, yes.
Was there anyone else that was injured? Someone had told us that someone had run out to help and they were grazed in the
There was a man that had a some type of gunshot wound to the boot that he was wearing, but he did not require any further medical treatment. Okay,
Thank you.
that's all we have at this time. Thank you.